Hi, everyone. I'm Beva Damo with Wild and Wise Women, Wild and Wise Sisterhood, and I'm so excited to be here with Nina Luchka. Hi, Nina.
Hi.
Hi. And I'm going to tell you, want to hang on because you have to hear who she is. She's extraordinary. And before we do that, let me give you a little background of what we're doing here. So November 1st, National Authors Day, Wild and Wise Women announced that we had this extraordinary opportunity to work with Influence Publishing to create a #1 bestseller about wild and wise women. And so that's what we're doing. So we went out and we invited authors, women, to join us. And we have selected an incredible group. They're not a group, they're a sacred circle of inspiring authors. They're really I'm so honored to be working with them. And Nina, you're one of them. So
Yay.
it's so fantastic. So let's go to you.
Okay.
Who are you?
I
I know,
am
big
Nina. No,
yes,
it is.
exactly. Big
I am.
question.
It is a big question. I'm a mom of four active little kids, ages 9, 6, 4, and 2.
Wow.
I also homeschool my kids, so I am at home with them all the time, every
Wow.
day. Yeah. And I'm also an entrepreneur. So I've always been an entrepreneur for, oh gosh, the longest time that I can remember, starting in different businesses before. And then I got into the fitness industry, and that played a huge part in my life. And then as I had kids, I guess my life started to just change direction. And I started getting into the more holistic side of things and the wellness side. And then I took on not being like, for the fitness industry, I became a professional athlete in the bodybuilding and fitness world.
Oh,
And
exciting.
so I became an IFBB pro. And then after that, had my kids, and I now got into like Reiki and yoga and the crystals and energy healing. And yeah, so a whole bunch more that I feel would really help all my clients.
Well, fantastic. So it sounds like it's not just an emphasis or a focus on body that you have now. It's really the total woman, the total person.
It is totally. Yes, yes, yes. And that's where like I spent maybe almost 20 years of doing the fitness and nutrition. And then you still see people struggling with, issues in their life.
Right.
And so I decided, there's got to be more. There's got to be more. And then when I seen the struggles of being a mom, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to help the women out there. So my passion is to really help moms, but just all women in general, really. So yeah.
Fantastic. So tell me a little bit about your own personal path here, because it sounded like when I've talked to you before, and you're amazing, that you had been on more of just a physical path, and then something happened. What happened with your business? You got
Yeah.
pregnant, and then
Yes, yes. So I had a good business in the fitness industry where I had, huge team of girls competing at shows and stuff. And at the time that I had gotten pregnant, a situation happened. And when I came back from the pregnancy after having my firstborn, we had just bought a new house. We just renovated it, just had the baby, all at the same time it happened.
well,
And when I started connecting with all my past clients saying, okay, the shows are getting ready, let's get going, I realized that they had all gone to another trainer, I guess, that was saying that my business was no longer and that she was taking over everything. And it really hurt. It really hurt. It took me, oh gosh, a good year to get over that one, probably 2 years, a year without crying anyways, anytime somebody would mention it. But so there I was left with like no business whatsoever. And then it wasn't until maybe I'd say 4 years ago, maybe that I finally had like that aha saying,
mhm.
it's okay. It was meant to be. It's
Yes,
the
thank you.
universe telling me that I
Yes.
need to go into this direction now. I'm no longer needed over there. This is how I'm expanding and getting bigger and growing for myself. And then I can share that to help heal others. So
Oh,
that's when I started going into the
yeah.
yoga and the meditations and the Reiki and all the energy work and stuff that's really needed, because fitness and nutrition, that'll get you the outside work.
Right.
And if sure, you'll feel good, but for how long? You got to get it inside. So you have to work on the inside first. Yeah.
Awesome. And tell me, I love this story because it paints a picture of how sometimes changes happen because we're limiting ourselves. We don't understand that there's like a bigger picture for us, and there's a larger way in which we can serve. And so, the some of the circumstances that happen in our life, I always say, oh my God, this happened to me. And I love that you realized at
Hmm.
that point, oh, this happened for me, because there is so
Hmm.
much more. And you're really, and getting to know who you are and how you work with women in finding what's the inner part of it. What do you tell me? Because there's a way that you have of putting this. So tell me about it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to try to paraphrase it. So tell me,
No, no, it's okay.
what do you do? What is that? Because I love the way
Okay,
you say
so yes, I know. I do too. I help women to create a body and life they love and to really find their inner passion. Because I think that's a big one right there. And that inner passion is that inner feminine fire that it no matter how it gets like your inner feminine fire, it gets kind of smothered
it. Mm,
and lost, and maybe it was never there, or maybe I believe that every child is born with a fire in them,
yes.
and just over the years it can get smothered and just put out almost, but
Yeah.
it's well, it still burns slightly and it's there to be reignited and to really really shine. And that's what I want women to find that inside, is that passion again. And no matter what the circumstance is, or with all the kids,
Mhm.
because all your energy goes to the kids, or if you're in a career, all your energy goes to the career, and then you forget about you, like you really like inside. And I want to help women find that, because I think that there, um, when I hear of people going through anxiety or depression,
Mhm.
I really truly feel that those individuals, that if there's not a chemical imbalance,
Yeah.
is they're lacking that passion, or something they really, that joy they feel inside of, to
Right.
do something, right, to do something they
Yeah.
really love or want to pursue, or yeah, or a goal they want to reach.
Well,
Yeah.
fantastic. I love that. And I love that you've used your own experience, as have all of our authors in this collaborative book. You've
Hmm.
used your own experience to really bless yourself with
Yeah.
who you are and what you know and how to do it. And even more than that, now you're bringing it out to the world, which is
Hmm.
so exciting. So I would I would one of the things that I want everyone to know out there is this is the first book in the series of collaborations, and we're going to do more. So I'd really love it if you would talk about what brought you into the collaboration in the first place, because
Okay.
there were a lot of invitations or ways that we kind of announced that we were doing this. What touched you? What brought your voice into this?
Okay, when I saw the email, it was an email, because I subscribe to your emails because I love them. And it was the one email that came out that saying you had this idea and you wanted to see about gathering some women to tell their story. And it's the whole Wild and Wise women too, like that really connected with me.
Yeah.
And then the book, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I can do one chapter in this book, and just somebody hears my story, and I can maybe spark them and
Mm.
just change a life that way, just even one, that's,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, that would just warm my heart right there. So I feel that people, like, women do need to hear different stories, because people will connect with different stories. So it might not be
Absolutely.
mine that's in the book, it might be somebody else's in the book, but my gosh, yeah, we all have our story and somebody can connect to that.
Absolutely. I love that. And thank you for saying that as well, because I know that there are people that have the collaborative book that I did. I invited people in to read it, and it wasn't necessarily my story that they connected with the most. It was someone else's in there. So I
Mm,
love that's the whole thing about the collaboration. It's the synergy that happens and everything else. And I love
yeah.
that. Thank you for sharing why
Yeah.
you answered the call. And I'd
Yes.
love to know also, if you're willing to share, how has your experience been? Because, oh my gosh, number one, you've got so many things, amazing things going on in your life, first of all. Number two, we put the call out like right before the winter holidays.
Yeah.
And it's like who's got time even to do that? So the process itself, how was that for you? Was it like, I mean, how, okay, how was it for you?
Yeah, it was great. It really was. I was even wondering, how am I going to find the time to do this?
Mhm.
And because I hardly even have the find the time. I don't even have time to sometimes even go to the gym. And I'm thinking, how am I going to how am I going to do this? I've got to actually think, and I've got to write this out.
Mhm.
And I've got the chaos of the kids all the time, and then homeschooling them. And it's like, but I found the time. I just, it was early in the mornings. My time is not in the evening. I'm done by like dinner time. I can't even think.
Right.
So to even, calm down from the day and having to, calm my mind and then get some motivation and some inspiration and ideas. I just couldn't do it in the evening. So I would set my alarm for 4 o'clock in the morning and slowly start my day then. So I would get ready for the day, have my tea, just kind of, deep breathing and stuff, and just kind of relax, and then put my fingers in front of the keyboard and start typing.
That's fantastic. And
Yeah.
and so one of the things that we talk about, Nina, is that it isn't about being a writer. It's about telling your story. So
Mhm.
it's almost as though, just allowing it to come out. So did you, was that also encouraging to you to know that you've just, talked about
It
who you are?
was. Yeah, it really was. And it was when you had the Zoom session when we all met, which was
Mhm.
so cool because we're talking to people in Dubai and
I
all over the world. I'm
know.
like, this is so cool.
It was
And
so
the
cool.
different time zones. And I remember when somebody was saying that it was like 2 o'clock in the morning at 1
I
o'clock.
know.
And I was like, oh
Crazy.
my gosh. But that there just gave so much more insight when you were saying to journal, just it's like you're journaling, just tell your story. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I can do that. I can totally do that.
Exactly. Oh gosh, I love this. And that's the other thing too. I mean, every single inspiring author, every woman who showed up for this sacred circle of collaboration, wow, you so have my heart, and you so have my, I'm so honored because
Mm,
you've got your trust, and I know we're going to make a difference. We are already making a difference, and in
yes.
talking to other people and things like that, and in you sharing here, what the process was like, why you answered the call, the fact that you, with everything going on, you did this,
Yeah.
it's happening. and
Yeah.
and then we have the great support of our publisher with the technical people to help us, do whatever we need to
Yeah.
put it into the form, and it's ready to go. So that is just, this is so fantastic. I'm so excited to
Yeah.
see where
And
we're
I
going
just told myself as well, like during the process, I'm like, if it's meant to be, it's all going to work out. It
to.
just will. And if it's not, then it's not meant to be. You just have to trust, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Nina, so
Yes.
tell everybody how best to reach you, because if there's been something in this, in our conversation today, that you all out there, if you've seen Nina and there's something that sparks within you about feminine fire or finding your passion, or, just any of those things, please feel free to contact her now. And Nina, the best way to contact you would be?
Yeah, I do have a website. It's www.ninaluchka. So that's NINALUCHKA.com. And then also on Facebook is one of the fastest way to reach me is through Messenger and on Facebook. Yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, thank you again, Nina, for joining us. And yes, anybody that you have I know it's not going to be just one woman. There are going to be so many women that are going to resonate with who you are, and your path and everything else. And we haven't, even though we've talked about Nina, we haven't really given away much about the story. So can't wait till we talk more about
Yeah.
that, and the book's out there. So everyone, please continue to be who you are. Know that you have a voice, and that it is absolutely needed in this world. That's what we're all here
Mhm.
doing, is we're showing up with passion and purpose as wild and wise women. And Nina, look forward to seeing where we go with this.
Yes, me
All right.
too. Thank you
And
so much.
thank you, Nina. And to everyone out there, thank y'all. And Until then, love you. Bye. Bye, Nina.
Bye. Bye.